Hi, this is your trusty sewing Sherpa Shauna from Needles and Knots, and I'm going to do one more stitch today called the vine stitch, or sometimes also called the outline stitch. And it's basically the opposite of the back stitch, where instead of the dashes being on the top and the solid being on the bottom, it's the solid on the top and the dashes on the bottom. So again, I've got my little design here. I'm going to come out on that. And I work from left to right with the vine stitch. And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna go 1/4 of an inch to the right and then go back to the left half of the distance. And notice when I'm doing this, my little loop's above my needle. If I'm working with the loop above the needle, or this new thread, then I gotta continue doing that. Keep that loop above it. So I'm going to pull that, I'm going to go to my next one, split the difference. That wasn't very even, but my loop is above. Go to the next one, split the difference. So these are kind of big vines. If I want it to be tighter, I could do this like 1/8 of an inch and a 1/16. Get it real small. And then also, if I'm gonna go around a corner, let's say I need to go around a corner really tightly, you'll notice that the thread or the yarn, that looks kind of ugly there, right? So what I like to do is what I call anchoring this. And what I'll do is I'll go over where I actually want the thread to be, or the floss to be, and I'll use the needle to hold it back. And then I'll just kind of do like a little stitch around it. And that kind of anchors it where I want it to be. And then I can make that nice tight little curve and continue on with my vine stitch, which is actually now turning into a back stitch, but and you can switch up or down during your stitches if it's going to help keep it in the place where you want it to be. So right there, I actually feel like I want my needle to be on the other side of that floss. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch directions over to the outline stitch. So whether it's vine or outline is whether or not you're going over or under. Now, let's just say I've been doing this for a while, my finger's tired. We have this thing called a thimble. It's used to put on your tired finger, whichever one that is. Comes in small, medium, large, there's lots of different sizes. You can get metal ones, you can get leather ones, but the thimble really takes some of the pain out of pushing that needle through.